Hello, my name is Voya and welcome to my deep guide. Today is going to be a short follow-up video on the TopJoy Butterfly and the Reinkstone project / disasters / scams. So as many of you know, I have been following this and I do it every couple of months, month or two. I do a little follow-up so that people know where we stand and that we can actually gather a little bit more information. Now, as far as the Reinkstone goes, that's basically like at this point a complete scam, because they absolutely knew at the outset of this whole thing that they would not be able to deliver what they promised at the time that they also said that they would deliver it. And that puts it clearly into a category of a scam. They were intentionally saying something that they knew was not true in order to get the money, lock it in, and then do whatever it is that they're doing. Basically, it comes down to what was unfortunately expected. The DAS technology is not ready. There's a reason why the bigger companies are not using it. And this is exactly what both the Reinkstone and TopJoy are experiencing. So the Reinkstone is, I don't know, I think they just kind of handcrafted a couple of units and they're gonna ship it, I don't know, via pigeons or something like that to a couple of lucky people to actually receive their units. Joking aside, it really does sound like they're going to be able to produce maybe what they're calling a very limited number of units, and they are being shipped out, but people are not getting the units, people are not getting the tracking numbers, and it's pretty much the same story as with TopJoy, which is a nice segue into what TopJoy is doing. TopJoy Butterfly, that is a project that I did support because it was less money, so a slightly, and it sounded like a slightly smaller risk. And so far it is, because people are starting to receive their 6 and 7-inch versions of the device. It's not a good story though, but first a little bit of a backstory. Last updates were end of August. We're producing and we're gonna ship everything out by September, right? By end of August. Well, now we're at end of November, so for those keeping track. And not all units were shipped out, and there's again radio silence from TopJoy, even though if you go to their Kickstarter or Indiegogo, it's flooded with where's my tracking number, where's my shipment, I didn't get it, nothing. They're absolutely saying nothing. Some users did get their units. Well, the users who did get it characterize it as garbage and broken, because either from terrible build quality, and mostly is that the screens are basically broken and faulty and really terrible, and the state of the OS is a complete disaster. And it's so much so that one of the users actually shared, thankfully, their experience with the TopJoy, and TopJoy actually replied to that person, but not publicly, just to that person. So thankfully he shared the information. And he says that, for those still waiting, the reply I got from TopJoy yesterday on Facebook Messenger was, in quotes, "Many customers found a lot of problems about DES screen after receiving the product. At present, we still have some goods that have not been shipped, which may include your package. We are doing our best to solve some serious problems. I hope you can understand." That's a quote, that's a reply. Now, if they can say that, why aren't they putting that as an official update on their Kickstarter, on the Indiegogo, to the supporters? What, come on. David says, "Make of that what you will, but given deafening silence on here from the creator, I take it to mean that I have been fleeced and I will never see my device." Doesn't necessarily mean that, David, but you might get a pile of, that's not even a pile of censored things. So yeah, not a good situation whatsoever. And I gotta raise the GoodEReader review of the TopJoy Butterfly yet again in this case, because nobody has retracted that. And it's still there. TopJoy Butterfly review, a great e-note with a DS slurry color e-paper display. It hasn't been addressed at all, despite all of this happening. None of the stuff has been mentioned that people are not receiving their devices, that they're receiving faulty units, that it's so bad that the manufacturer themselves have stopped sending units because they acknowledge that it's absolutely terrible, that it's garbage. And yet we have this conclusion The TopJoy Butterfly will make you smile with joy, and that's not an understatement. It has a lot of things going for it. It offers good performance. People say it's absolute trash and garbage that it just can't move. Sports a nice build quality that's falling apart, and people are receiving completely broken screens to the point that the sending has been halted, and offers a vibrant color display. That's true. Everybody says that the display is actually very, very colorful and it's pretty cool. So that part is true. The writing experience is good too, and the pen is nice to hold and operate. Didn't really hear that. People say that it's squeaking and it's kind of shaking, and it's really, really cheap. It's a device that seems to know what it is built for. Okay, and will perform optimally in that domain. Couple that with a $259 price tag, and what you have is a true winner in TopJoy Butterfly. That is an article that is still online, has not been addressed, doesn't have any amends, doesn't have any notes, doesn't have anything, and well, I guess it matches what the TopJoy Butterfly is, but I'm just really angry at this because it's been released in September 26, and okay, maybe that's what they received back then, but since then we had October and almost the whole November and a lot of feedback from people, and this absolutely should have been addressed by GoodEReader in some way, because it's basically shameful to keep this article online the way it is right now, because it really doesn't represent the state of reality regarding the TopJoy Butterfly. I think it's important to follow these things up. I think it's important to hold relevant people responsible for the things that they do and say, and that the reporting needs to be current and objective, and it needs to be done properly, especially in a case that is blatantly obvious, such as the TopJoy Butterfly and the Reinkstone. A lot of people got ripped off for a lot of money, and my goal is to make as many people aware of these things and wary and conscious of the risks and what to look for and how to approach these Kickstarter campaigns and crowdfunding campaigns. They're not inherently bad. Big Me is there, and I have high hopes for the Big Me device, so we'll see how that goes. So it's not all painted with the same brush, but GoodEReader has a lot of responsibility here to actually amend this article in some way, or issue an amendment to the article to make the information that's presented here current, because what is contained here is not valid and it doesn't represent the reality of the situation as it is for that product. That's basically what I would like to see from GoodEReader. So if you find the video useful, please like and subscribe and ding the notification bell in the description down below. Let me know in the comments as well if you have, and share your experience if you have some with regarding Reinkstone and TopJoy Butterfly. And also I invite you to check the mydeepguide.com/shop, where you can find the My Daily Organizer 2023, which is there to fulfill all of your organizing needs for 2023, well, what's remained of 2022, and for your yearly, quarterly, weekly, monthly, daily, diary, organizing, personal or professional needs. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye.